Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, June 9th. Can you believe it already? June is, a quarter of the way done. It's incredible how fast the time goes. We are in the second week of June. That means we are big into the BOGO sale, which is the sweet collection of items and everything that are in sweets, whether it's the new catalog, whether it's the last chance list, the online exclusives, everything. The sweet collection items are buy one, get one 50% off. And I should have started with, hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm just like buzzing right through things. We went to my son's this weekend, so we got to spend time with the grandkids. And we went to, I think it was called Little Minnehaha Falls. It was a park there that we did a lot of walking to get to it, but it was beautiful. We kind of put our feet in the water and watched kids piling rocks and things. It was just a good time. And then we went to a brewery, had a wonderful mango peach slushie, which was very good. And then we went to a brew pub and had smoked dinner. Pulled pork and chicken and all kinds of goodies, sat outside for part of it, and then the dark clouds started to roll in and the sprinkles started, and thank goodness the server came out and said, would you guys like to move inside? It's like, yes, please. So we did, and it poured, absolutely poured. So we were grateful that we got to go inside. It was such a wonderful day, and then long trip home. And so now we're back to Monday, and here we go again. Oh, good. Tammy says I got the name correct. It was just really, really pretty. There was a lot of water coming through. So it was a very wonderful day. The weather was wonderful. Let's see. This week is just kind of a prep. We go fishing next weekend with my father-in-law. So hopefully the fish are biting and the weather is wonderful next weekend. And I see, hi, Kelly, and Suzanne. It looks like Suzanne is in Texas. Ooh, got my strawberry slush bag today. Yay, Roseanne. I haven't even got mine ordered yet, so that's on my docket for tonight. And Al's happy 70th birthday surprise party. Good. I'm glad he was surprised with that. That's wonderful. I went up last Wednesday and saw my mom and dad, and I might be going up again this week. Things are getting a little rougher, but they are doing fine. Okay, so back to the BOGO. Everything in a collection, our sweet collection, is buy one, get one 50% off. Okay, now the best way to take advantage of this, if there's many items that you like, and especially the full collection, is to place 2 orders. Okay, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but if you buy one sweet collection and say it's $75, and there's another one that you really want that's $75 or $80, then one of those would be half price. One of them would be full price. If in the same order you add designer paper that's from that collection, that then becomes the half price item because they take the lowest item. So my suggestion and what I'm going to do is I'm going to order the bigger items, the bundles in it, even if I don't do a full collection. If I do a bundle, I will stick those on one order, and then I will do like designer paper and or embellishments, because I love the embellishments, on another order. Okay. Oh, yay. Annie had a bridal shower for her soon-to-be daughter-in-law. That's wonderful. That's a good weekend. And while we're talking embellishments, I have embellishments to give away. Remember, if you like, share, comment, all that happy stuff. Hi, Glenda. I do 2 drawings a week. Okay. And the lucky winners this week, and both of them are getting the neutral matte dots. So the first lucky winner is Roseanne. So Roseanne, I will have this for you at class. And then the second one is Annie Rita. So Annie, you get some fun little embellishments so you can do all of those wedding favors and things and have little doodads to put on them. Thank you all for sharing and liking. I've been seeing them. I've been trying to hit on all of them, saying thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Okay, the other one is last night I posted out my summer splash. That is a one-day retreat or stamp camp. We go from 9 in the morning until 3:30 in the afternoon, and it will be 3 to 4 projects or classes, which is like a set of 4 cards and maybe a holder. It could be a framed art. It could be a mini scrapbook. It could be, usually it's more cards than it is anything else, but I will say normally there is a framed art in it also. Lots of little goodies that you get. I try to find a fun tote or something to put everything in. Yes, Linda just signed up this evening. So in my Facebook, my Stamp with Peggy page and my group, I have put the link to sign up. You can mail me a check or you can do it with Venmo. Either are fine. I can send you a PayPal invoice, but there is a 5% charge added on because PayPal does charge me. Okay, so recouping a little bit of that because I have the prices right down to, I spend just about every single penny on it. If you can't make it in person, there is a kit to go in the mail. It's a $15 additional charge for that to cover the postage. Hi, Chris. You look like you had a fabulous weekend. I was a little jealous when I saw the pictures tonight. Maybe next time I'm able to go, but I have one coming up soon too. So, okay. So Summer Splash sign up. The deadline is next Wednesday. So, I will not be live next Monday. We'll be up north and it's hubby's birthday that day. So I will not be live next week. Okay. Put that over there. Okay. It's time to play. We're in summer mode. Weather isn't quite, we're running, like today was 69, I think. So a little bit cool for June 9th, but we're getting ready and we're prepping to have some summer fun. Okay. And I'm going to reach over. This isn't quite the bottle that I was looking for. Hi, Donna. I forgot to bring home, and this is funny, I belong to a couple of wine clubs, and because someone over 21 has to sign for them, I have to have them delivered to my school where I'm still working. So I have a box with some sangria, sassy sangria from Von Steele in Algoma. But I forgot to bring it home today. So today I just have a bottle of Naughty Girl or Naughty Gal from there. Which one is it? Naughty Girl. Okay. We're going to make a tag for on here or for another fun beverage of your choice for the summer. Okay. So, it's 100 degrees in Texas. You guys can have that stuff. I will take our 69 degrees here. I am not a hot weather fan. I like sunshine. I just don't like hot weather. All right. We're going to get this pulled forward. We're coming back up. Okay, let's get this there. Let's get this there. Okay. I know, we still have a dirty mat, but it still works, right? Okay, so what I wanted to do today was to make a tag to go on our little wine bottle or vodka bottle or whatever your choice may be that you could gift to someone, okay? And I have a couple of little things that we're going to try to do a little bit different maybe. Excuse me. Okay, so the first thing I did is I started with a piece of Berry Burst cardstock that is 3 inches by 10 inches, okay? And I scored it at 3 inches. So we're folding it, and we're going to burnish it really, really good. And, of course, I forgot to bring my bone folder over, okay? So then I'm using the Stylish Shapes, and I'm using the second smallest circle, okay? And we are going to pull out the little stamp, cut, and emboss machine because this will work perfect on that. Yep, I agree with you, Cheryl. I like the sunshine of the summer, but I like the weather of the fall Fall is my favorite season. Okay, so I just kind of centered that circle in the center of the square. And then we're going to send that through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I have the blue one here, which is no longer available, but the white one still is. And it's going to shake and jiggle all over. Okay, we're going to put that down there. Okay. All right, now, and I don't know how well I can show this. Maybe I can this way. So using that second smallest, it will go right over and it fits without being too sloppy on there, okay? Kind of hard to tell a little bit, but that works great. Now let's make it pretty. And we are using the Cheers and Sips stamp set and dies and the coordinating Celebratory Sips Designer Paper, okay? I'm going to use this cup right here because this one makes me think of sangria. This one could be good too. But look at how fun. We're also using this piece because it's got all the little fruit from the sangria. Tammy Korzik, who is watching, makes fabulous sangria. One of her children's graduation parties. I had to kind of be pulled away from it. It was so good. This would be another great page to use because it's got all the little cups, and you could have just plain old lemonade if you want to. You can have some little orange, I don't know, whatever. Margaritas, you can have all kinds of fun little things, okay? So we're going to put that down on the floor. We're going to keep this one up here by me. Okay, so again, we're starting with this piece that, again, like I said, is 3 by 10, scored at 3 inches, and the circle cut out. Okay, I took the designer paper, and most of you know I'm not big on just that. I want another layer to kind of pull the colors together. Kind of played a little bit, and I really liked Daffodil Delight. Just here, it's kind of bright, but when you put just a tiny border, you're pulling those lemons and you've got all the other fun little things. Okay, so we're going to adhere this onto the daffodil, and I want to make sure that it's stuck good. It's funny to watch different people use our adhesives. I'm using our seal adhesive. You can definitely use the multi-purpose liquid glue, aka green glue. Okay. All right. So now we are going to adhere this one onto here. And how quickly you could put together, if you're having a little party, Sharon Mallow, who's not watching, but you could have a whole, you could have 6 or 8 of these lined up and everybody pick the one they want. It would be so much fun. Okay, so then I took Spotlight on Nature and I cut the second size of this ridged edge out of Berry Burst. We're going to put that right on the front. And then I punched a circle 2 3/8 of basic white. Now where's my designer paper? Okay. And here we do have dies. I guess I should show you that. Okay. Here's the stamp set. So we have 2 glasses, and then you can die cut, you can stamp, you can color inside to make your beverage whatever you'd like. We have cherries, we have an umbrella, we have a orange, lemon, or lime, strawberries. We have ice cubes. Aren't they adorable? We have Bloody Mary. We have celery stalks coming out. And I'm not good with what these different things, a little lavender. That's where you could have this little lavender drink. Maybe some mint, little mint julep. So just lots of fun. And then we have dies that coordinate. Look at this. This we'll cut out these on here. And am I still on screen for that, or did I go off screen there? There we go. Okay, so that one, we'll cut that out. This one, excuse me, we'll cut out this one down here that I want. But I find for things like this, it's just as fast on these plain ones to just cut it out, okay? Oh, yeah, that would be awesome, Annie. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so then we have the umbrella. We have all the different fruits, the ice cubes, the strawberry, the cherry, the lime, lemon, orange, whatever, all of the little leaves. So, and then this one can give your glasses, your cups, just a really nice image on having fancy glasses with your Bloody Mary stalk coming out of there. Again, they do not have to be alcoholic beverages. They can definitely be any kind of beverage that you would like. Okay, so, and I will have to pull the stamp cut and emboss machine up here again anyways, but I am going to just fussy cut because this is just a very quick, I don't have to worry about it shifting around on me. I can just fussy cut. Oops. When we were talking about Summer Splash earlier, and somebody texted or commented back and said, can I invite so-and-so? It's like, absolutely. You guys can invite anybody that you want to. Okay, I thought it would be fun, I got to find everything, to add ice cubes to this little cup. Okay, so I used Berry Burst, which is kind of what this is. It's what this is. I'm trying to see if this is up close enough for you. Okay, hopefully that does it. All right, so I'm going to stamp some ice cubes in this glass because I like my sangria super cold, and I think that's good. Then we're going to pull the Memento ink in, and we are going to stamp on this white circle, and I'm going to kind of line this. I'm just laying it right now, and I'm going to stamp cheers. Okay, we're going to come over a little bit, and now I boogered that all up. Okay, so we're going to go as close to the right side as we can. Cheers. Let's celebrate. Now, you could also, if it was like a birthday present, you could also stamp It's Your Day, which on my original one, that's what I did. But as Annie's saying, that would make a perfect mother of the bride gift on rehearsal night. You could just do that. Cheers, let's celebrate. Okay? Excuse me. Then I took a little square of white and I stamped the umbrella. And I'm going to make the umbrella match the paper and my glass of wine. Again, like for wedding, Annie, you could make it whatever color the bride is using for the wedding. Okay, that was Light Berry Burst. And then I'm going to use Dark Berry Burst for the little top of the umbrella. And then I'm just kind of going to highlight the lines. And then I'm going to go along the bottom. Hi, Jeanne. Thanks for joining. Okay. All right. Let's set those over there. We're going to pull the stamp cut and emboss machine up here again. And we are going to, apparently I've lost my tape. Oh, I think it's on the other one yet. Okay. So we're going to line this one up. And we're going to tape it down. And then we're going to get our machine up here. And we're going to put that one on there. And then we're going to put the black one on. And we're going to put, this is like a skewer, but it works great for the umbrella. Gives us our little umbrella pole. Okay, now let's see if I can, without moving everything all over the place. Of course, now it's going to misbehave on me when I'm trying to. There we go. Okay, sorry, you get my hand right in your screen. Okay, let's put that one there. Kind of maybe thinking this collection suite could be one of the items that we do for Summer Splash. There are so many different things that we can do with this whole little suite that it could be kind of fun. And of course, I forgot my pick tool. Okay. So see how it does like a little swizzle? You could put, and I think, yeah, there's olives, so you could slide olives on for a martini. There's some blackberries. It's like, oh my goodness. Okay, so those are all on. We're going to go ahead and adhere this onto our circle. Okay, and then we're going to use dimensionals to pop that up. And then we're kind of just going to go, I'm going to go up a little bit higher than half. Okay, we're going to go like that. And then I'm trying to decide if I want that on dimensionals. And then we're going to put, maybe we'll even put, okay, we're going to put a spot of adhesive on the back of this. And we're going to add our umbrella pole. Okay, and what do you think? Kind of off to that side instead of off to this side? I don't know, what do you think? Left or right? Right kind of fills up some of that space. Okay, and I think I'm going to do this flat, but I'm going to put dimensional right down, maybe not. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Okay, what are you guys saying? Left side or right side for the umbrella? Roseanne says to the right. I'll have to send you reminders on Monday nights of things to remember to grab before you go live. I know, right? Well, the problem is everything's just been a little crazy lately, so I'm a little discombobulated at times. Okay. I'm seeing more lefts or more rights than I am lefts. Okay, and I do want a little piece of dimensional up under there. Because otherwise I'm afraid that my glass will fall. Look at that. All right, we need some little embellishments for it though. Okay, we're gonna do the strawberry slush in Pretty in Pink. And see, look, everybody's, yep, to the right to fill up that white space a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna add some pinks in here. Okay, we're gonna go with a bigger one there, and then a littler one there, and then a lighter pink we're gonna put right up there. Okay, how cute is that? Now let's see how well I can get that in the picture, sitting right there on your little thing. Okay, so say they're not a wine drinker or a sangria drinker. Say they're a vodka lover. Slip that on vodka, on a bottle of vodka. Of course, Grey Goose, right? Now I have some smaller pieces. And we're going to go with 2 3/4 by 3, which means we have 2 1/2 by 2 3/4 in the daffodil. What are we going to do? Anybody have an idea? And then I have a piece of the designer paper that is, let me think what this one is again, 2 5/8 by 2 3/8. Okay. And we want to go this direction. Well, our cherries are upside down. Yeah, maybe we'll go this way. Okay. Then, and I've got another one over here. Let's quickly assemble this one, and we will oh, what's Teresa saying nope to? Nope, she doesn't have any idea what I'm doing. That's not surprising though either, is it? But nobody knows what I'm doing ever. Okay. So again, this time, even those wine coolers or Pepsi, exactly. You could get, I mean, there's so many different things that you could hang it on, get a great big bottle of water, okay? And then what I'm doing would work perfect for that. Okay, so we're going to add that onto there. We're going to come up some. We've got our little glass. So we're going to do that again. We're going to add a little piece of dimensional. I guess I can't get too carried away attaching that quite yet, or not too hard, because I need to. And how did I? Ooh, I didn't attach that very well. Yeah, we need more stuff on the back of that. And we're going to put this on there. And then we're going to sneak that back up again. Tuck that one. We got a little longer umbrella this time. We're going to add some of our embellishments here. And then one more light one up there. Okay. So we have one that we're going to use for a bottle of wine or a sangria. The second one, we're going to turn this over and we're going to adhere it around 3 sides so that we can make a little pocket to pop in some of those little lemonade packets. Again, it could go with a big bottle of water. It could go with a bottle of vodka. And then you could make your own little beverage. My friend Robin always takes these things along with her and gets a shot of vodka when we go out and just makes her own low-calorie drink so that it's not so full of sugar. Okay, so now we're just adhering it around the 3 sides. And of course, we're going to let it dry really good before we pop these in, because otherwise it will pop it loose. But it's a fun little treat that they hang on their bottle, and then you go, oh, but wait, check it out. And then they have these fun little things right down inside there to have a fun beverage. Okay, so there's 2, very much the same. One has a pocket on the back and one does not. You could even make a little bit of a ledge, adding like a 1/2 inch, and tuck some chocolate in there to go with your wine, right? Those little, what are they called? Merci, the little kind of tall, skinny ones. You could pop those down in there. But again, I would leave a little bit of a ledge so that you have a little more thickness. You could tuck a gift card down in there, a bottle of wine and a gift card for dinner. I mean, so many options, right? Okay, there's your project for this week. Again, excuse me. Don't forget to sign up for Summer Splash, Saturday, July 19th. The deadline is Wednesday, okay? If you can't make it in person, you can get a kit in the mail. And I won't see you until, we got to do a little playing because hubby's birthday is next Monday and then our anniversary is the following Monday. So we may have to bump like to a Tuesday night maybe. We'll see how things go. But keep an eye out. I will post it out there so that everybody knows. Okay? You guys have a fabulous week and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.